Hello, you gorgeous human beings. It is me, Susie Ashworth, and this is day 12 of 75 Hard. And I'm really excited to be bringing this video to you today because yesterday was a huge day. It was a really, really big day when it comes to remembering one of the foundational principles that I understand around co-creating with the universe and manifestation, which is something that I have been obsessed with for really the last 20 years. Over 20 years, I was first introduced to these concepts. And one of the things that created a huge amount of freedom for me many years ago was understanding one of the laws of science, actually, around energy, and the idea that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred, it can only be transmuted. And when I heard this in amongst the context of manifestation, it blew every single brain cell, because what I understood at that point was that means that the answer to every single problem, every single question that I am ever going to have in my life already exists, because a thought pattern, like everything else in this universe, is just energy. It blew my mind. It still blows my mind to really think that all of the energy that was created when the Big Bang occurred, all of that energy is still in the universe and it will never disappear. It still blows my mind when I think about every single question that any government, any great philosopher, anyone will ever have in the future. The answers to all of those questions are already here in the universe. And that is just wild to me. And an extension of this idea, or a deepening of this idea, is if it's true about the answer to every single thought is already in this universe, everything that I desire to create, everything that I desire to manifest is already here in the universe. And it's very easy when we hear that to then make the natural leap to say, well, the reason that I can't see it or feel it yet is because I'm not ready to receive it. I've said words to that effect many times. Or the reason that I can't see it or feel it yet is because I'm not aligned enough and I have to work on my alignment. And I was contemplating this morning, like specifically the word alignment, because something wasn't sitting right within me. And often what I do when I start to get fixated about a word, I'll go and have a look at what that word means in the dictionary. And I will look up the root of the word. And actually, the funny thing about the word alignment is it's pretty straightforward. It quite literally means to line up. And when I was thinking about this in the context of like manifestation, I was like, but we don't always have to have everything lined up in order to create what it is that we want to create. And actually, when I think about all of the things that I've created in my life, it's never been about a straight line. The growth, the trajectory, the quantum leaps have never been in a straight line trajectory. And when I have the benefit of hindsight and I look back at what it is that I have created, the beautiful picture that I see There are no straight lines. It's up here, it's down there, it's all around. We've gone around in circles. There's a big mess over here, and then it's beautiful over here, and it's very unpredictable. The idea that I will get what I want when all of my ducks are in a row, it's never been like that. So why am I fixated with this word alignment? And the reason that this comes up is because, as I have said before, I am really in it when it comes to parenting and my teens. And I've been asking this question around, I've got a specific question that I've been asking myself, and where that question has led me to is why? What is happening and why is it happening? And I very clearly articulated this question last week. And yesterday on my day 12, I found a book that had been written in that had the exact answer I was looking for, exact answer that I was looking for. And the really interesting thing about that book is that it had been sat on my bedside for over 2 months. So I'm racking my brains as to why this thing is happening, why this thing is playing out the way that it's playing out, and I do not know the answer. And I just want the answer. And I'm looking over here, and I'm looking over there, and I'm looking over here, and I'm looking over there. And, it's been a challenging week just generally. So when I think about alignment, I've not been aligned. I've absolutely not been in my highest alignment around this matter by any stretch of the imagination. It's been quite discombobulating, actually. And yet yesterday, I leant over, I picked up this book, and I decided to read it. I was actually going to write in it, and instead of writing in it, I decided to read it, and there was the answer. And in the reading of this answer, I was reminded that everything, always, it doesn't matter whether it is love, it doesn't matter if it's money, it doesn't matter if it's clients, it doesn't matter if it's an idea, everything that you desire is already here. And I write about this in Infinite Receiving. I talk about when you've really nailed what it means to be an infinite receiver, all that's shifting is your ability to expand your vision. Your peripheral vision is that much sharper. You've increased your level of awareness, which means that you can see the idea that's over here, that when you were blinkered, you had no idea existed, but it was always there. Yesterday, I was able to see the book that had the information in that I needed. And it had been there for well over 2 months. So what was it about yesterday? And this is what prompted this contemplation. And what I realised is that it's not about whether you think that you're ready or not. It's not about readiness. When you're thinking about any of your manifestations, any of your creations, 90% of the time people say, I'm so ready for this. I've been waiting for years. I am ready. Why is it not here yet? It's not about ready. It's not about if I say my prayers every night and I meditate every night and I do my tapping every night and I do my journaling and I'm just so aligned. It's not about that. What I realised this morning is that it's about capacity. What I have been doing in this questioning of what's been going on and why has it been going on is that I have been, with my coach, noticing certain ways of thinking that are not helpful. Certain ways of being that are attached to old versions of me, or parts of me that are fearful, parts of me that are not able to operate at the optimum level to help me solve the conundrum. And so it's been doing the work that I need to do in order to let those stories, let those parts of me go. And I use that phrase very loosely because we're never really letting any parts of us go. We are the totality and sum of all of our experiences, all of our thought patterns, everywhere that we've been and everywhere that we are going. All of that exists in the now. So it's not really letting those parts of me go as such, but it is ensuring that those parts of me are not holding the wheel. It's creating a safe enough space and environment for them internally to let go of the steering wheel and let me, adult Suze, who has got her shit together and knows what it is that she's doing, let her hold the wheel. It's about capacity. And it's only when you have the capacity to receive what it is that you desire to receive, will you receive it. And it's got nothing to do with having all of your ducks in a row. It's got nothing to do with how ready you think you are. And it's got everything to do with whether there is space in your mind, in your heart, in your body for you to receive the thing that you say that you want to receive. And so the question then becomes, what is it that I have to be willing to let go of in order to create the space that is needed for this new thing to come in? What do I need to let go of in order to increase my capacity? And what I realise, one of the reasons that 75 Hard is so powerful and so amazing is that you are having to make choices to let go of things all of the time in order to create space for this challenge. And that is why it is so life-changing, because if you are able to consistently choose to let go of everything that isn't a priority for you, everything that will stop you from showing up for yourself for 75 days in a row to complete this challenge, you will have created so much more room. Yes, you have to create space to do the challenge, but you are also creating so much more space for all of the other things, all of the other benefits, all of the other manifestations that you have been thinking about and dreaming about and hoping about and wishing about, but have not been quite ready for them. All of the mind crap that you have been listening to that says you're not good enough, you're not deserving enough, you need to work harder, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. You will have had to let go of so much of that in order to complete this challenge. Guess what? That's more space for creativity, more space for downloads, more space for ideas. It's amazing. So day 12 was a huge day for me on a number of reasons. And further motivation for me to stay the path and reflect back on just how much capacity I have created for myself by fulfilling this challenge. So that is it for me today. I hope that this has been helpful and useful. If it has been, let me know in the comments or hit me up with a like. And if you are yet to subscribe, then do me a favour. I'm going to be here for the next, I can't do the maths. What is it, 58 days? 58 days with these videos. and I appreciate your love and support. You're here right at the beginning. My goal actually is to have one of these videos viewed by 100 people. So yeah, when you like and subscribe, YouTube likes it and sends it out to more people. So let's get our first 100 under our belt whilst I am playing the game. Thank you so much. And please remember that faith plus action equals miracles.